You're standing in front of a machine that can emit radiation and measure the thickness of paper so precisely that even a strand of hair wouldn't slip through. Sounds like a secret laboratory from a spy movie, right? Unfortunately, no. It's the ATM at the corner of your street. And if you think withdrawing money is just insert card, enter PIN, take cash. You're about to travel back to a time when getting cash carried a faint, nuclear flavor. The story begins with a man taking a late bath. In 1965, a Scottish engineer named John Shepherd Barron found himself standing in front of a locked bank door. He needed cash. The bank was closed. Back then, if you missed business hours, that was it. You and your wallet had to wait until the next day like a couple in the middle of a silent argument. That evening, he went for a bath, and somewhere in the warm water, his brain sparked with a question that sounded almost absurd. If you can buy chocolate from a vending machine in the middle of the night, why can't you buy money? Picture that moment. You drop a coin into a machine and receive a sweet chocolate bar. Yet money, something everyone needs, was locked behind glass counters and office hours. It felt oddly insulting to personal freedom. The idea of the automated teller machine was born in that instant. Not in a bank boardroom, not at a tech conference, but in a bathtub. He brought the idea to Barclays in London.
The growth potential
they
in the
agreed to test
Southeast
it.
Asian market is
in 1967, the first ATM was
now.
installed. But there was one big problem. Magnetic stripe cards didn't exist yet. So, how could the machine know who you were? Before shiny plastic cards, people used special checks infused with a tiny amount of the radioactive isotope carbon-14. Yes, radioactive. Carbon-14 is an isotope archaeologists use to date fossils to determine whether a bone is 5,000 years old. Here, it was used to determine whether you had enough funds to withdraw 10 pounds. But don't panic. The radiation level in each check was so small, it was practically harmless. If the radiation from an atomic bomb were the sun,
this flame puts out some heat,
would be like the flicker of a gas lighter, enough for the machine to smell, but nowhere near enough to make you glow in the dark. Early ATMs contained sensors that detected the unique radioactive signature embedded in the check. When you inserted it, the machine verified that nuclear fingerprint. If it matched, the cash came out. It sounds like a technological joke. Withdrawing money by feeding a radioactive slip of paper into a metal box on the sidewalk tells someone from the 1800s.
Denied. We have 30 seconds before lockdown. Enter
and
the code,
they probably
quickly.
think you were a wizard. But the madness didn't stop there. To complete the transaction, you had to enter a secret code. And this is where the entire world unknowingly placed its trust in the memory of one woman. At first, Shepherd Barron wanted a 6-digit PIN.
No, that's not it.
6 digits meant 1 million possible combinations. If someone guessed randomly, taking 5 seconds per attempt, it would take nearly 58 sleepless days to try them all. Sounds secure, right? He went home, excitedly told his wife about the idea, and asked her to memorize a 6-digit number. She couldn't, so he tried 4 digits. She nodded. That one's fine. And just like that, the 4-digit PIN was born. Pause for a moment and feel the irony. Every day, billions of transactions, worldwide withdrawals, payments. Transfers rely on a security standard shaped by one person's ability to remember numbers in the 1960s. 4 digits mean 10. 000 possibilities. Far fewer than a million. If you guessed once per second, you could theoretically try them all in under 3 hours. Sounds terrifying? It would be, except systems limit the number of attempts. Suddenly, security shifted from pure mathematics to human behavior design. It's fascinating how technology isn't always dictated by machines. Sometimes, it bends itself to fit the human brain. A brain that can forget numbers after 10 minutes if they're not written down. From carbon-14 infused checks to 4-digit PIN codes, the ATM is a strange fusion of nuclear science, psychology, and marriage. And if you think this is just a charming anecdote, Take a closer look at the next ATM you use. It isn't just a box that spits out cash. It's the result of a late-night bath, a chocolate vending machine, a tiny radioactive experiment, and a memory test in someone's living room. Next time you press those familiar 4 digits, remember that you're continuing a decision made more than half a century ago, a small decision that shaped how the entire world interacts with money. If you enjoy stories where technology is born from moments that feel deeply human, maybe next time we should open up another everyday object. Who knows? It might hide a secret even more nuclear than the ATM. And I promise, that story will begin with something no one expects.